welcome back to the channel. This time I'm going to bring you a jacket buyer's guide. This is something that I really enjoy, which is kind of odd. I really love jackets, not really sure why, but I have a whole kinds of varieties here. It'll go through from basically winter till summer and go through my buyer's guide and some recommendations on what I would recommend looking at. We are somewhat outdoors people, and then we also wear our jackets at work at times. We do a lot of outside stuff, running, a lot of stuff with our toddlers. We're doing more hiking and stuff now, so it's gonna kind of fall into that line. So I have a whole bunch of jackets here, so I'm gonna start with what I would consider a winter jacket. And I would consider this, we live in Ohio, so it does get pretty cold in the winter. I would consider this probably something that I would consider to get me through the whole winter. And this is the Patagonia, this is the this is the Macro Puff jacket. Basically, it's a synthetic down jacket. There's two different types you can get. You can get a down jacket or a synthetic down jacket. I previously had a down jacket, which was actually warmer. It was a Patagonia down sweater jacket. The only thing is that it doesn't do well with wet, so it kind of absorbs moisture, where this kind of wicks it away a little bit more. So this is not a cheap jacket. They do go on sale pretty frequently, or you can get it used through their Wornwear site. And it was, I think I paid about $149 for it because I bought it when it was on sale during one of their sales. I've had it for a couple years now. It will keep you warm. At least it kept me warm down to the 0 degree mark, and I didn't have any issues with it. It's really versatile. It's very light. To me, it's really warm. My wife has a thicker winter jacket. This is a really thick winter jacket. It's almost 2 layers. So it basically has a shell on the outside and then an internal synthetic down for that. But this does me well. I would recommend this for just about anyone. It's great for hiking, general all-around purpose, just take it to and from work, or if you're being outside with our toddler, which our toddler really likes even outside, even when it's cold. So this is a good recommendation. Rab makes some good ones. I haven't done anything with North Face or Columbia, but Rab and Outdoor Research also make some really good down, synthetic down jackets, so check those out. But I think that's all you need. They're lightweight, versatile, kind of expensive. That's the only negative there. So the next I'm going to get into what I would consider an actual rain jacket. So this is a Patagonia. This is their Sky jacket, I believe, and I paid $98 for this. Generally it's $200. Essentially, I would consider it 100% waterproof. It's a 3-layer. They're 3-layer H2O or H2 something design, similar to their Torrent shell. But this thing is like waterproof. Like you could stand outside in the soaking rain and you're not going to get wet. Fully taped seams, so you don't have to worry about that. Everything's sealed. It has a nice zipper on the front, which is sealed. Always have a nice hood. The difference between this and, let's say, a 2.5 layer is basically going to be flexibility and weight. So this is probably about 3 times the size of, this is the Innovate Storm Shell jacket, which is a very lightweight, fairly waterproof jacket, but not as waterproof as this. This is a little bit stiffer, so it's a stiffer material. I think you can hear it's a lot more noisy, where this is a little bit more quiet, mainly because it's just a lot softer, lighter material. So the 3-layer, this will get you through anything. I would recommend the Patagonia Torrent shell, or this is the Alpine Sky, I believe. This one goes on sale pretty frequently, so if you're okay with, the only negative is it's got this little flap thing here in the front, which I don't really like. But if you're looking for a rain jacket, I would get a 3-layer. Just look in the description for the jackets. Rab makes them, Outdoor Research makes them. I don't know about North Face or Columbia. Basically, Outdoor Research and Rab are the 2 other big ones that I know for the price point. The same with Patagonia. But this one goes on sale. I've been out in the torrential rain with this for 10 minutes, and it did not let any water in. So this thing, I believe, is 100% waterproof from my personal experience using it. It's very stiff. That's the only negative, is that it's a very stiff, a little heavy jacket. So I don't know if I would do this in the summer, just because of how hot it is. It doesn't tend to let any type of heat out. So if you're in an environment where you need to let some heat out, I don't think it's very breathable in that terms. But that's what you get with the waterproofing, is that you either get one or the other. There's already junk all over it. But this is an excellent jacket for $98. I don't think you can get anything better than this if you can get it on sale. You don't always have a choice with the colors. That's the only negative there. So the next jacket is going to be probably my favorite jacket for the spring, summer, fall. And that is going to be some type of, essentially, I think these are 2.5 layers, but these are essentially running jackets. This is the Innovate Storm Shell, which retails, it's pretty expensive. It's like $270, but you can get it on sale for, I think, like $150 at times pretty easily. So it's essentially, it's a 2020 waterproof, breathable material. So it is not going to keep you super warm, but it is a great wind jacket, rain jacket, running jacket. If you're outdoor on the trails and you know it's not going to be 100% like downpouring the whole time, it will keep you fairly dry. I have ran out in the rain for half an hour, just some light rain. It was not heavy rain, and I did not get wet at all. So it does have a very good. It has a Pertex coating on the outside, and if you see when water goes on it, it just basically beads right off. It does kind of soak in after a little bit, but it never got to my second layer to where I got wet at all. Fully taped seams. All these have hoods on them, so it has a nice hood. It's very light. It's not very noisy when you're running, which is good. And it also zips all the way up, so it zips up really, really high. So you can basically cover your whole entire face once you get the hood up above it. All these have adjustable hoods. I don't know if I would buy a jacket for any type of running or outdoor that have an adjustable hood back there. So the thing between this and the fully rain jacket, the fully rain jacket has 2 pockets. This one typically only has one. Most running jackets I found only have one pocket. Some have more, but both the ones I have only have one. So they have one little chest pocket here. For that. But this would be my recommendation for, I live in Ohio, so spring, summer, early fall, basically anything above 35. I've had really good luck with this. It keeps you warm, but also when it gets too warm, like today it's supposed to be around 62 to 65. I won't wear this just because it's a little chilly out, and it does a really good job of keeping you warm, but without letting you sweat, which is why I think it's a good all-around jacket for work, run, trail, anything. It's expensive, but there's all kinds of different options. You have this one, you have the On jacket, the Patagonia Houdini Air jackets. Those are all great recommendations. This one goes on sale 3 or 4 times a year, and it's probably the most comfortable jacket that I have ever owned. It is a European company, so the zipper's on the other side, but I think that's pretty typical for running jackets, because I will kind of point that out when I talk about my second jacket, which is essentially the same thing as this. This is the 2XU, their weather jackets, and it is essentially almost the same thing as this. The only reason I got this is because it was on sale, and I wanted something that, one, I could run in, because it does get a little sweaty, a little stinky, and one that I could wear to work and wear out in the rain, or if I'm just out with my toddler, or if I'm out and it's really windy. It's a great wind jacket. So this has the same Pertex layer, all taped seams here, so you don't have to worry about that. It only has the one pocket again, but it is very, very lightweight. This one I am using more for running. Has armpit vents on the bottom, which I don't really care for, but they do actually work. So if you're somebody that gets really hot, it does a really good job with that. This one was on sale for like $98. So I think if you're looking for an all-around running, rain, wind, you're on a budget, I would recommend this. I've had really good luck with 2XU. It tends to run, I think it's a little bit small, at least the front is a little bit small to me. I think that's how running jackets are intended though, a little bit longer in the back, shorter in the front, but it's very comfortable, very lightweight, adjustable hood. The zipper is on the other side, so that's why it makes me think that running jackets just have zippers on the left side, which in the United States is generally what a women's jacket is. But oh, and they all have these little tabs here, so if you want to use them as like a popper, like a poncho type thing, where you don't want to zip it up, but you want to have it shut, you can use that. But this would be my recommendation, or the Patagonia Houdini or Houdini Air, if you can find those on sale. But if you're wanting to get under $100, the 2XU weather jacket, I think is the good deal Asics also makes some pretty decent running, somewhat waterproof jackets. This is a 2050, so it's 20K waterproof, 50 breathability. This one will not keep you warm if it's cold. That's the only thing. Pay attention to those breathability and waterproof ratings, because the more breathable it is, it tend to be the less it's going to keep you warm. At least that's what I find. This one doesn't keep me as warm as this one is like rock solid, and anything 35 and above for me. I tend to run a little warmer than most people, so this does a really good job for me. Where this keeps you a little bit cooler at times. But overall, great jackets. I'd recommend both of these. I looked at some other ones, some like OMM, but those are hard to find in the United States because they don't ship directly to the US. North Face has good jackets similar to this, and their Future Light line, but those are also really expensive, start at $300, so I'd recommend the 2XU one if you can find it on sale, or the Innovate one if it goes on sale. And my last is going to be just a general casual jacket. This is actually my wife's work jacket, but I have a similar one. These are just generally fleece, some type of polyester jacket. I would not pay attention to price on these. I bought a used Patagonia R1 Tech Face jacket for, I think, like $60, and it's done really well. General all-around purpose jackets just for work or anything like that, I would not spend any money on. But a good rain running jacket I would not skimp on that. The Houdini Air, I've said that a couple times, Houdini Air and the Houdini are Patagonias, and they're very well rated, well reviewed jackets. So that's it. We got a winter jacket, rain jacket. Make sure it's 3-layer, at least that would be my recommendation. A little stiff, a little bit heavier. Generally comes with more pockets, so it's maybe a little bit more versatile if you're going to be maybe hiking with it and you know it's going to be downpouring. And then you got your basically wind, rain, running jackets. I would call them all-weather jackets. These two are really, really good in just about any weather above 35 degrees. So that's it. I'm not an expert on this. I just, for some reason, like jackets. Not really sure why. But that's it. If you have any comments, questions, leave them below, and I will get back to you. And have a good rest of the day, weekend, or whatever it is out there. See you guys next time.